Hello everybody, time for a second video today. This one, a serious one. You got that my video earlier was an April's joke, April's Fool's video. Anyways, let's talk about something serious now. We talk about HIMSS. HIMSS was up when an article came out from Bloomberg, up almost 10%, then went back down a little bit, but that's okay. We're long-term investors, so for us, short-term price movement really doesn't matter. They announced a partnership with branded GLP-1s, or specifically, the Bloomberg article is about Zepbound, is about one specific branded GLP-1, which is Tirzepatide. Now, Tirzepatide, you may remember about 9 months, 12 months ago, the CEO had mentioned, I think it was in the Q2 call, the CEO had said, oh, we're thinking about maybe Tirzepatide, and then they ended up never offering Tirzepatide. They went with compounded semaglutide. So we're in a situation, in my view, where HIMSS and Lilly can actually be friends, because HIMSS never compounded Tirzepatide. HIMSS never, I don't know, HIMSS didn't have a reason to make Lilly mad in any way. So of course, if they're going to seek a partnership, they should seek that partnership with Lilly, because HIMSS never took away any sales from Lilly. And so I think when you negotiate with a company, that gives HIMSS, good faith, negotiating good faith, because they never sold compounded Tirzepatide. They sold compounded semaglutide the whole time. And of course, if you go on the website, they updated the website, and today they show all of these injector pens. So that's a big change, first of all. And notice how they show Ozempic, Wegovy, right? That's, of course, the Novo GLP-1s. That's semaglutide. They show them in their pen version. And I'll get to the pen version. It's interesting that they're showing the pens. So I think we are witnessing some pretty astute strategic management from the CEO right here, because a lot of people on Twitter, in my view, get confused, and they seem to say that they also partnered with semaglutide and with Novo. But I find that nowhere. I don't find that they have partnered with Novo. So really quickly, commercial offerings of branded GLP-1s is a big deal. It's a big deal because that means that we might see more than 725 million in weight loss revenue for 2025, because that revenue guidance included possible loss of revenue from people who don't want to switch to oral weight loss solutions, metformin, bupropion, those pills, and to people who really want to stick with one of the better GLP-1. That guidance assumed that would lose a lot of the customers. Now that's going to change, because as HIMSS House reminds us, the guidance never included the possibility that they would offer a commercial solution or commercial version, and now they are going to offer a commercial version of Tirzepatide, to the best I can say, of Tirzepatide. And so when HIMSS offers that version, the customer will have the choice to either pay 2.5x for the same product that they used to have, but now in a branded version, or they will have a solution to perhaps move to liraglutide, or move to an oral solution, or move to a combination of liraglutide plus an oral solution together, where the CEO has highlighted that in their data they see pretty interesting weight loss numbers, pretty comparable to semaglutide. By the way, if they actually partner with Novo, which I'm not sure about, but if they actually partner with Novo and offer a version of semaglutide with Novo for $4.99, I don't anticipate that the people will be very happy. I don't anticipate that the HIMSS customers will be happy to just see that they get to keep the same product, but it's now cost 2.5 as much. And so that's not how you build a long-term business. You build a long-term business in the 21st century by making customers happy, making customers come back, and obviously, if you follow HIMSS, I've followed HIMSS for 2 years now. a lot of people love Hims. This company is following the customer-centric approach of Amazon that Amazon has taught every single business to follow. So that right there is you're going to create a lot of disliking. Like a lot of people are going to dislike you because all of a sudden their weight loss medication, which has been so vital to their life, they can't afford it anymore. So they switch. And Hims seems like the savior because Hims can then offer them a liraglutide pen or an oral weight loss solution or anything like that. That's point number one. But to the best of what I can see, Hims is taking the same route as Roman, right, where they will offer actually Tirzepatide, Zep-bound, and this is a big deal, and I'm guessing this has changed because now they have the volume to provide Zep-bound to Hims. Remember my last video on Hims, I showed you the market share. Hims has a 47% market share in the telehealth, highly profitable verticals business, right? Hims is half roughly. Right? I mean, include another quarter of growth and there you're at it. Hims is roughly half of all of these telehealth businesses. Ro is much smaller. Ro, I think, is 12 or 13%. So it makes sense that Lilly could provide Ro with the product, but how could they provide the product to Hims? Because Hims is 3 to 4 times bigger than Ro, depending on how you look at it. So I'm guessing they have the volume now. So anyways, like I said, I see nothing written about a Wegovy direct partnership. Is that going to happen? I don't know if that's going to happen, but this is what has been into my mind since I've heard the news. Imagine that twist to the plot, because of course, Novo has worked really hard to make compounding of semaglutide stopped. They've worked really hard to say, oh, look, we're not in shortage anymore. You got to buy our expensive product. They've worked really hard to do that, and they have succeeded. Imagine if Hims were to not offer an inexpensive version of Novo, but Hims actually would only offer an inexpensive version of Lilly's products, of Tirzepatide, right? You see the game theory, you see the strategy right here. What if Hims were to only offer Tirzepatide and just say to the people who have been using compounded semaglutide, hey, you could stay on semaglutide and it's going to be $1,900, or you could switch to our new partner, Lilly, which has Tirzepatide, which has actually better results. And of course, because Hims never ever made Tirzepatide, because Hims never compounded Tirzepatide, Hims never competed with Lilly, of course, they're gonna be friends. They're gonna be buddies, and this could be a move for Lilly to just get the people on compounded semaglutide at Hims, which is half of the market, and to get them to switch to the American company. So think about that. And if you add to this conversation the fact that, of course, Novo may be in trouble because, unfortunately for them, it's not their fault, but they're in Denmark and the president of the United States, he's probably going to use tariffs in the whole Greenland situation. If you add that layer of complexity to the business, I'd say this is a perfect plot twist to the plot, perfect twist to the plot, and that would be very interesting to me if Hims just discontinued semaglutide entirely and offered people to switch to Tirzepatide and Tirzepatide alone, or offered them to stay with Novo, but for $1,900 a month. That would be such an interesting twist. To me, I love this strategy, and I'm not saying that it's the case, but it could be the case. Another important point that I haven't seen noticed too much is the pens. Look how they promote the pens. That's a major distinction from in the past where they had bottles. And why are the pens important? Well, you know that for liraglutide, it's a daily injection, and so a daily injection, with a vial, and a syringe, that's scary to a lot of people. And a lot of people much prefer using those pens. And I am impressed. I don't know if, because I know a lot of these pens are patented, so I don't know if they're paying a royalty fee to use an injection pen to somebody at Hims. It's possible they do that. I don't know, but it seems like they have come up with their own injection pen. I think that's going to be a major selling point to liraglutide, because then you can say, well, liraglutide, yeah, it's a daily injection, but look, there's an injector, and it's only $2.99. And really, if you want to get a pen, that's really the lowest you can find is the liraglutide pen. And yes, it's daily, but it's a pen, and a lot of people, of course, don't want to get on these drugs because they have to use a syringe and not use the pen, and not everybody is comfortable doing that. And of course, if and I don't know if Hims is going to be able to pull that off, but the $499 a month version of Lilly, it does not include the injection pen, which is a separate patent that expires, I think, in 2027 or something like that. So it's a separate patent. So that would be for people who are comfortable with syringe. So I don't really know where this is going. I think Hims has a lot of very good cards in its hands, and they've done some astute negotiating. And I would love to see them actually, say to the people who are on combined semaglutide, well, why don't you switch to Tirzepatide? We now have it, by the way, and we partnered with Lilly. And I love that they are in this strategic situation with Lilly, where they can just negotiate with them because they are in a strong negotiating situation, because Hims never sold a compounded version of Tirzepatide. They never did. So that puts them in a very good negotiating power. So I think this is a comfortable position for Hims, and I think it's very bullish for the stock, obviously. So this was not investment advice, not financial advice, only entertainment. Hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me next. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.